Hey guys, how's everyone? Um, we can talk a bit about breath work. Hey MK, hey Soul Stars is here. Says beloved, hello beloved, beautiful sisters and bro stars. Sorry guys, give me 1 second. I will catch up with everyone. We got I had Mary playing. I'm gonna put her on mute. And I'll be able to look up and see who's here. I know I saw MK, I know I saw Sissy. I see Sniper. Hey Bud Fives, how are you, my friend? I appreciate you stopping in. And Cat and Jack, dropping my like. Love you guys. Diving. Maybe we'll still be here when I get to next door. I hope so. Hope it's an easy day for you. Hey, Michael. Michael says, "Say there, Yogi." So there's a lot of misconceptions about breath work that I get on a regular basis. I'll talk about it throughout the probably throughout the live stream, and maybe we'll do some breath work. Uh, Here's the thing: we're always doing breath work. Every breath produces a result. It is either keeping us in whatever state we find ourselves, and more than likely it'll be in a low-lying level of stress, even when we wake up. Easy way to check: when you wake up, give a little breath through the nose on your finger and see which nostril is dominant. It's not 100% feel safe. You might wake up with a stuffy nose, allergies, whatever, but it's a good indicator. If you are breathing very heavily, right side dominant, you're in fight or flight, even when you wake up. Not surprising when you consider some of the nature of the dreams that we have. The majority of dreams used to be intuitive, inspiring. Yeah, a little bit scary, but it had some symbolism. Sometimes they could be scary. But prophetic, am I saying that right? Nowadays, it's just burning stress. Hey, Miguel. Hey, Leo. Um, Nice to see you, my friend. Leo says, much love, brother Yogi. Much love to you. Sebastian's here. Hey, Sebastian. Big Al, the proper Englishman. Locked up says, hi, burpees and chill. Michael says, my big interview with Susan of Central Mass Paranormal Society is tonight at 4 p.m., which will be 5 my time. Yep, that's what Michael said. All right, Michael. Hey, drop a link. Hey, Susanna. Susanna, nice to see you. Let's see. Dreams are holographic, better than 4K. And hey, Dolly. Dolly says, greetings, beautiful Yogi. Much love and kindness to you and chat family, to all, and to you as well. Um, so we wake up and we're already in low-level stress, fight or flight. And of course, it doesn't get any better, especially if you doom scroll on your phone, if you turn on the news, if you read the headlines. Um, Thanks, Michael. Let's see. Sepa says, seeing clearly in dreams when in reality you wear glasses. That's the magic. In yoga, they differentiate um, different types of dreams. You have the everyday dreams where we're burning off stress. It's just electrical synapses going on in the brain. And then you have the dreams that Sniper's talking about. But nowadays, we've, and of course, in uh, Aboriginal Australia, it's all dreaming, just a flip side. And of course, in Hinduism, yogic, Vedanta, Buddhism, Gnostic beliefs, as well as, of course, miracles, everything's a dream. We are dreaming the world into existence. But there's a deep psychology to that. And we'll talk about that later. Anyway, a lot of people think, well, I do some breath work. I get back to that parasympathetic, the rest and digest, and all is good. Or they do it and they don't feel any different and they think breath work doesn't work. You're always doing breath work. How you're breathing is producing the state that you are in at this moment. If you are always in low-lying stress, it's because you're breathing a specific way and you need to do corrective breathing. But it needs to be daily, 3 times a day, therapeutically as needed, meaning, and it has to be for the right reasons. But every dream, I need no aid of spectacles to see crisp images. Nice. I wish my waking dream was that clear. Thanks, Michael, for the link. Plus, I finished chapter, what are we on, 6? Chapter 5 today and on to 6. Nice. Good job. Dolly says, please remember to watch the ads. Don't skip them. It is a kind of way to support your favorite content creator with love. And please remember to share the live stream. Thank you so much, Dolly. So in the methodology, Sample says, I'm going to try pinhole eye exercises. Hey, remind me, and I'll demonstrate some eye yoga. I mentioned that to Kat the other day. It's supposed to work wonders for the eyes. Paul McCartney has done them every day since 1967, I believe. He learned it from the Maharaji Mahesh Yogi. So in the tradition, the mythology that I became my very first breath coach, they talk about whiskey or coffee breathing, water breathing, and whiskey breathing. Have nothing to do with coffee, water, or whiskey. It's descriptive terms. Sample says the muscles in the eyes are very delicate. Yes, they are. Good to keep strengthened. I should be doing my eye yoga, and I go in and out of favor with it. Do it for a couple weeks. I'll let it slide. Weird. I'm so strict with all my other yoga, strict with my breath work, strict with my meditation, and I let that slide by. Maybe this will be a good reminder. So coffee breathing is to wake up. Some of you guys have done breath of fire with me in the mornings. That's coffee breathing or bellows breathing. Bellows breathing is kind of like breath of fire, but we may or may not activate the arms. When we breathe in, we lift the arms. Exhale, pull the arms down. So that way we are doubling up on that energetic state that we're creating. At the same time, you remember in breath of fire, we're actively exhaling, pulling the belly back, and then just relaxing. In bellows breathing, we are pushing the belly outwards on the exhalation, pulling it back on the exhalation, pushing it forcefully outwards. Not with, high speed velocity, but active. Hey, Mark, as we inhale. So it's like a bellow. And we're lifting the arms. Looks weird, but hey, I'm the only one who has to do it on camera. Man, I feel just a couple breaths. I already feel energetic. So it's not quite, you could work up to faster. Hey, Stuart. Mark says, apnea. Yes, it will. So you have sleep apnea? One of the things that would be very helpful, how much time do you have between your last meal or before you go to bed? Do you snack before you go to bed? Sniper says Dragon Breath, I call Breath of Fire. That's a nice name. I like that. Will says, sorry, I got distracted. Like always do. That's okay. Stuart said hi. Hey, Karen. Karen, I was just watching one of your shorts. You know, I don't, most of the time, I don't know what you're saying on your shorts, but your smile lights up the entire internet. Stuart says I did 2 lives today. If anyone is free to rewatch them, please. I'll see if I can make it there, Stuart. Still says Breathwork and welcome in Mark Travis. So that's an example of coffee breath. Wake you up, energize, warm you up. There's others. There's lion's breath. Cat's wanted to demonstrate. I believe it was Cat who wanted to demonstrate for a long time. Lion's breath is a funny breath. Always weird to demonstrate. So you get the arm moving in, you breathe in. On the exhale, you breathe through the mouth with a ha, like you're roaring. So you also want to open the mouth when you do it. I didn't have the guts to do it here. Maybe I'll do it sometime. Maybe we'll do a couple rounds some morning. Remind me. Sniper says 478 would help with that. It would. Yep. And then you have water breathing. It's called water breathing because, like water, it mixes with everything. If you need a little bit of energy, it gives you a little bit of energy. If you need to calm down, de-stress, slide away from anxiety, then you would do that. A perfect example is breathing in for 4, exhaling for 4. Or alternate nostril breathing, annulum vilome without a breath retention. So I might breathe in for 4, exhale for 4, breathe in for 4, exhale for 4. If I add breath retention in, I'm turning it into a whiskey breathing category. Whiskey is sedative, brings you down, prepares you for sleep, deeply de-stresses you, will steer you away from anxiety. It's a very powerful breath. An example is 4-8. 4-7-8. 4-8, 4-7-8. Box breathing, annulum vilome with the breath retention. And then you repeat. All kinds of others. Some of my favorites. Hey, Carl. Nice to see you. Is there such a thing as Ho'oponopono breathing? No, but we could make something. Now I'm saying no. I do have 2 certifications in teaching Ho'oponopono. One is with EFT tapping in Ho'oponopono, but I am not an expert in Ho'oponopono. Nor am I an expert in breathwork, but I talk about it anyway. But we could probably put something together. Ho'oponopono breathing. Or turn it into a meditation. I think we could easily do that. I think we could do like a 4-7-8, get into that deep state of relaxation, and then enter in like 2 minutes of continuous Ho'oponopono. What do you think of that, Sissy? I need to talk about Sissy for a minute. It was like I mentioned that in the comment. It was like I was listening to jazz. I was mesmerized by your voice in that video. That was so completely awesome. Why aren't you a huge, or how soon can we make you a huge YouTube star? Mark says, my apnea is just over my nose at night, not my mouth. Have you tried any type of like nasal clips that open up the nasal passageway? What are they called? Like breathe right strips? It's actually good that you're breathing through your nose. Healthier. Nice to see you again, Maddie. So those are the 3 categories. What's up, poor man? And it's not meant to be done once. It's daily. You wake up, you do some coffee breathing. Middle of the day, you do some type of even keeled. evening, you have a sleep hygiene practice, and then you do it therapeutically as needed. Cece says meditation might be a better option. I think it might be. I think we could do something with that. Hey, Fairbrick Studio says hello. Appreciate you being here. MK says a little is good. Because what you want to do is retrain the body that the parasympathetic, that rest and digest responsiveness is our natural state. And we want to be able to react and then come back to responsiveness. We need to react when we are in a dangerous traffic situation. You know what I mean? When we need to swerve out of the way, we act, but we don't want to carry that trauma with us for the rest of the day. That's why when we do regular everyday breath work, we're retraining the central nervous system we're retraining the vagal nerve to keep us in that parasympathetic state. Manny says, does meditation really work? This is a great question. What do you want it to work for would be the question. It works to help you reduce stress. It works to lower blood pressure. It works to lower the heart rate. It works to calm the brain waves, works to combat anxiety and stress. I've actually, oddly enough, I can meditate during a panic attack, and the panic attack goes away. It might come back a little bit later. Does it lead to awakening or enlightenment? That's an argument in non-duality circles. I like Jack Kornfield's answer that enlightenment's an accident, but meditation makes you accident prone. Meditation has unleashed a creative streak for me that has lasted for 26 years of writing every single day, always inspired. It's actually helped me feel it's improved my relationships, helped me slide right out of alcoholism into a life of sobriety. For me, it's been magical. But it's like breath work. You got to do it. You got to do it every day. It's not an occasional thing. You can't do it occasionally and say, well, I tried it. That would be like doing one yoga class and say, well, I did yoga. You got to do it every day. Yoga, and another thing, yoga asanas, is retraining the vagal nerve and central nervous system to be responsive versus being reactive. Hey, half tuber, like 12 on my side. Appreciate that. I haven't even liked it yet either. Let me catch up with you guys. So I am a certified primordial sound meditation teacher. I also teach from my own experience other forms of meditation, like steering people in the direction that they resonate with the most. I always mention that I do it professionally. I'm a breathwork coach, certified yoga teacher. I don't really teach yoga asanas. I could, it's just not my thing. I do practice it. So I like to tell people, yes, I do it professionally, but I have a family and friends discount. It's I give everyone a 99.99999% discount. And if you are here, if you're hanging out with me, you're a friend and your family. I will teach you meditation for the low price of showing up on a live stream and watching an ad. You can even, you don't even have to watch it all the way through. So anyone who wants to learn meditation, let me know, guys. Seltzer says, not sure how I would handle being famous. It would probably go to your head, and you would be too good to hang out with the likes of me. Every once in a while, you'd show down and say, hey, I'm just visiting. I'm visiting the little people. No, I'm sorry, that's not you. That's me. That's what I would do if I was famous. You would still be sissy. You'd still be doing the stuff that you do. Big Al is back. How's your day going, Big Al? Willow, how are you doing? Willow says, sorry, I just need to go do something cheeky. Uh-oh. Can we do breath work when I'm back, Yogi? Yep. Feel free to do it if I take long. Not planning on being long, but yes, sorry. Be back, my friend. Maddie says, might change my name to Boo Boo so I can hear you say, hey there, Boo Boo. Anytime. And you know what? I'll try to remember to say it anyway. Half Tuber, I appreciate you being here, my friend. Big Al says, oh, Maddie, I can do a Yogi Bear impression. Why am I just finding this out now? Solstice says, happy accidents. Yes. But like we said, meditation makes you accident prone. As does breath work. My first meditation teacher made a bold claim that I debated with, because I came in as a meditation instructor wanting to learn how to teach breath work, not just do it. Been doing breath work forever, 40 years probably. But I wanted to learn how to teach it, and I wanted to learn this particular way that he taught it. He makes a claim that, hey, Sonal, he makes a claim that you get 95% of all the benefits of meditation just by doing systematic breath work. And I did not like hearing that. I didn't think it was true. But health-wise, retraining the vagal nerve and the central nervous system-wise, he's absolutely right. It has been that case with me. One of the important things is that I now recognize anxiety sooner. Just by doing breath checks throughout the day. And I notice, how am I breathing? Anywhere I feel any bit of tension, and I can then use my breath. Hey, Maddie, I can then use my breath to steer myself out of it. Big Al says, my day was good, Yogi. Been on my bike all day. Nice. Get the exercise in now before you get your surgery. Hello, toy pups. Hello. Let me say real quick. Good. Great to see you, Maddie. Thank you for being here. Maddie, how's the recovery?
Oh my God, his arm looks terrible.
I haven't seen it.
Oh my God, you don't want.
Hey, prayers going your way, Maddie. My question is, do you think he's going to try to go fishing this weekend, one-handed? Fly tying? Hey, Lucy. Right.
Right?
Yep.
And
hey,
he does.
Maddie, if you want to do some meditation while you're recovering to help de-stress, since you can't tie flies, because I know I've watched you tie flies a lot.
Yeah.
That's a form of meditation for you. We can do something. We can do something else if you want. Let me know.
That's awesome. You're like the best.
Well, I can't be the best because you're the best.
Okay, I won't compete with you to be the best. You're the best.
No, you're the best.
I'm not in competition. Okay, fine. I'll take it. Since you're saying it, I am the best, guys. I'm not even in competition for it. He just gave it to me, gave it up. And you know how competitive the yogi is. He's not competitive at all. Like, he has no medals. He doesn't have no trophies. He doesn't have anything. Let's see. I was trying to see if there's anything different in the background, but there's a shelf missing, I think.
Nope.
Oh, the blue book is still there. He didn't even bother to change it around. He's like, whatever, I'll just leave that one there.
I will change that. I need to find other copies of because that's my book. I need to find other copies of my books.
Oh my God, you don't even have any copies of your books there, huh?
I got a I got a few different ones. Um, I tend to I tend to give them away uh, fairly often, so I don't always have them. Man, that sky looks awesome.
Doesn't it? Look how gorgeous. This is the country. Are you a country mouse or a city mouse?
Me,
You're a
uh,
country mouse.
I prefer the country, but I live in a city, but it's a city that is wide open and spacious. Every single nature short that you see is basically in my backyard.
Yeah, I wouldn't call that the city. I would call that more the country.
Right. But it really is actually a city. Columbia, it's a planned city, meaning it didn't like spring up organically. They bought property and they had a vision and they built the city. It was built by James Rouse, who is the grandfather of Edward Norton, the actor.
Yogi's gonna be like, and I know his sister.
Um, well, Edward Norton did grow up in my area, and I know friends who know him. I never
See
met
what
him
I
though.
mean, guys? He's a name dropper. He's like drops all the names. We're nobodies. We're like, oh my god, my name is just Toy Pops. But he knew the the guy from that was my favorite show, by the way. The
Bewitched,
I Dream of Jeannie.
right? I don't
Yeah,
know
yeah, that
anyone from My Dream of Jeannie, but as I mentioned, I am Facebook friends with the original Darren on Bewitched, his son.
nobody asked you, Yogi. Nobody asked you.
You were getting there.
No, I
You wanted
wasn't. I was like, you
you.
already dropped that name yesterday. Can you get a new name?
I
Name
have I have
dropper.
this I have this sense of when people want to know who I know, and I picked it up. I picked it up from you. But look
Hi,
at you.
half YouTuber. Oh, half tuber. What, 81?
Hey,
Hi,
Hamlada.
half
Hamlada Dream
tuber.
Girl.
Hi, Maddie Kachuk. Where are
Big
these
Al said
people?
hi. Thank you, Big Al. Hey, did you know? Speaking of famous, Big Al
Hi, Big
can
Al.
he
Hi,
can do
Sebastian.
he can do an impersonation of Yogi Bear, and he's never all the time he comes up every evening. He's never done it.
He's never done. I heard that too before I joined the live. He's a pro at the Yogi Bear impersonation. You got to do it next time. You got to come on the live stream today and do it because now we expect to hear it.
True. Big Al says he
Big
wanted to know.
Al.
He wanted to know about the famous people that I know. So
Oh,
Toy
oh, you
Pops,
wanted to know? Oh, okay.
I I did it for him. I didn't do it for you. I did it for him.
Okay, because I heard it, guys. He knows everybody. He knows famous people and their sisters, their moms, their brothers, their uncles. Yogi knows everybody. He's like done everything. I'm
That's
like,
right. As I
you have
mentioned
to.
yesterday, Van Morrison's ex-wife is friends with me.
Yogi cracks me up. I want to know famous people, guys. If you know me, I get star crazed. Like I'm just star crazed. So like I'm up in the Yogi's business because he knows so many famous people, and I want to know them too. So funny.
In your other profession, did you ever do anyone famous work-wise?
I did a lot of up and coming, like because in for me when I was doing marketing or promoting myself, I would connect with really up and comers like artists, someone that was doing music or something like that, and then I would do hair. I would provide my services for free. Um, because they would give me shout outs, right? It wasn't even because of anything else. It was like, shout me out because you're so famous, right? But I don't think anybody that you guys would know, you know what I mean?
Right.
Just
I
big
mean,
on social media and stuff like that. I was into that, but not anybody famous like. And it, oh, oh, wait, I did. Do you guys watch Young and the Restless?
no.
Yeah, well, it's a soap opera. Most there's a lot of men that watch Young and the Restless, but Young and the Restless, there was Nick Newman. Nick Newman and another co-star from The Young and the Restless, and they had come to our theme park, Canada's Wonderland.
Uh-huh.
And so we were lined up like regular people to go. I was in the middle to go on the roller coaster, right? We were in the middle, and they came on, and because they were famous, they just got moved right up to the front. And I was like, "Oh my god, I think somebody famous is coming on the ride, right?" And the guy starts from the back and he starts putting down the safety part of the roller coaster. And I was like, "Oh my god, he's going to get to us soon." You know what I did? I got out of my seat. I ran down to the front. I grabbed Nick Newman because I don't even know his real name. I grabbed his arm. Oh my god. And I was like, "You're Nick Newman. I love you." And then the guy had to get me to come back in the roller coaster. Anyways, we do the roller coaster. It stops. We come off the ride, and they're leaving with security, right? Because they're famous.
Uh-huh.
I busted through the security, and then I did a arm hanging, like because they were trying to get me off of his arm. My sister was so embarrassed because she was like, "Leave them alone." I was like, "No, it's Nick Newman." That's how star crazy I get. So, like, I can't even connect with your famous people. But Yogi, I would embarrass you if you were to introduce me and say, "This is my friend." I would
I
switch it
think
up. I'd be like, "Oh my God."
I think if I introduced you to Van Morrison's ex-wife, you'd be like, "Who?"
Yeah, because I didn't know that one.
You know what?
Pardon?
If I could meet
Oh, it
any,
didn't work.
if I
No,
could
it
meet
didn't
any
work.
famous Canadian, past or present, you know who I would want to meet?
Where?
John Candy. John Candy?
Jaw
Ready?
Candy?
Yep. The actor, comedian,
No,
funniest
I don't know who
Canadian,
that is.
the funniest Canadian ever. And Canada is filled with
Jim
funny people.
Carrey. Jim Carrey.
I like Jim
Did you
Carrey
say
too.
Jim Carrey?
Nope, John Candy.
Oh, John Candy. Oh, not Jim Carrey.
Nope.
John Candy. I think I know who that is.
He's a Canadian treasure, national treasure. Yes, Uncle
Oh,
Buck, Home Alone.
guys, we're doing construction. That's why all the noise is so noisy.
Gotcha.
Construction people are here. So I just basically came on to say hi and leave, but then somehow I'm here longer.
It's
I
okay.
wanted to
We
show
always
you guys
appreciate you
the
being here.
sky.
You're always welcome here. You're always welcome to stay as long as you'd like.
Thank you. I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna hopefully Big Al can come on and do the Yogi impersonation. I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, I'd like to hear that too. Now, not Yogi me, but Yogi Bear.
Well, I think it was making fun of you, the Yogi burpee person.
Nope. Nope. He's
I
talking
think he
about
might be
Yogi.
making a little bit fun of you.
No,
So
no. Big Al would
yeah,
never
I
make
know. I
fun of
think
me.
he was trying to make fun of you. So come on, just come on the live stream. Yogi welcomes anyone makes fun of him. Just come on the live stream and do it. He doesn't mind.
I actually don't. I actually don't mind.
Oh, Big Al, are you name dropping as well? Lee
Who's
Evans.
I don't know Ray J. Soulstar says I worked with Ray J in the past before. He was super famous before he was super famous.
Oh my
I don't
God,
know Ray J.
everybody's name dropping. Guys, like, I don't know anybody famous. That's not fair. We be best friends? If you know famous people, do you want to be best friends with me?
No,
Only if you know famous people.
I do know famous people, and we're
That's
already
why
best
we're best
friends.
friends. That's why I made best friends with you, Yogi, because I
My
knew that
famous.
you knew famous people. I Googled you. I Googled you before I found you. I was like, Google. And Google told me a lot of things. Google was like, yeah, he knows a lot of famous people. He lives in a famous little town, city. He calls it a city, but it's a town.
It's more. It is more of a town. It's called a city, but it is more of a town.
Well, it sounds like a town. It doesn't sound like a city. Like, do you have high-rise buildings there?
A few in a little downtown area. not super
Okay.
high, not super high. It wasn't supposed to. When it was founded, it was not supposed to have any telephone lines above ground,
Oh,
no telephone poles. Um, it wasn't going to have any high rises at all. Um, it had I we have over 300 miles of bike paths and trails right through the town, so we connect all the villages together. It's
oh
based
my
on
God.
villages, and every village has a little village center shopping development, and then there's
Aw.
one big town center. Um,
Like supposed to be the mall.
yep, and they have them all there. And also, there's Meriwether Post Pavilion, which is a famous concert venue. All kinds of big acts would come. So if you wanted to meet someone famous, we would hang outside of the hotel because they would always come and go before concerts. So I saw all kinds of famous people going in and out. Didn't talk to a whole lot, but Grace Slick and Mickey Thomas of Jefferson Starship looked at me when I was a teenager and said, "Hey, look, it's Greg Allman," because
Oh.
I had long hair and a beard. It's a beautiful, beautiful town. I love it.
Squirrel Sniper says, "Is the FBI is the FBI trying to get through the basement door, or is Lover Toy Puffs having a new house built around her?" Basically, my home is, yeah, it's being destroyed. Like, I don't have a fridge, I don't have a stove, I don't have a sink. I can't cook in the kitchen. I'm not complaining. I'm like, hello, takeout. But yeah, I have construction happening. So I'll let you guys go because this is a very like demure channel. You guys are not into construction and stuff. So I'll let you guys go so you can get back to meditating. You know what I mean? Because you guys like to meditate.
We do like to meditate, but we meditate on famous people.
You meditate while you talk about famous people.
Uh-huh. We talk about famous
Aw.
meditators.
Oh, famous meditators. Okay. Thanks for making me smile today, Yogi. You're so funny. You're hilarious. We love
I do
you.
my best. Love you
You
too.
always
Thank you.
crack me up. You know that, right? So keep being you.
I'm going to do it.
Bye, Chad. I love you. At least it's not for real, right? But I wish it would rain because look at the deck. It's
Yeah,
all like it doesn't look nice. You know what I mean? So I wish it would rain. But look at the grass. It's
nice.
so lush, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I can't wait to bring my puppies home so they can run in the grass again. I don't know. Okay, love you guys.
love you too. Bye.
Okay, bye.
So, hey, Danny. Speaking of famous people who meditate, um, what's the guy that played Wolverine? Hugh. I don't remember his last name. He meditates, transcendental meditation. Clint Eastwood has practiced transcendental meditation since the 1970s. Of course, Paul McCartney. Paul McCartney and John Lennon had a famous break with the Maharishi, but they later apologized. Oh, speaking of meeting famous people who meditate, I met Carlos Santana in Columbia Mall. Then he says, I changed Ted Nugent's tire. Wow. And I came out parking lot when I was in high school. That's pretty awesome. I saw Deborah Harry in a local gym getting in a workout before a concert. And yes, I was a teenager, so it was not very cool. And I was gawking at her because she was an early teenage crush. Who else? I was in an elevator with James Taylor. Jackman. Thank you, Jace. Hey, Jace. Did I miss you come in, my friend? There he is. Jace says, greetings. Nice to see you, my friend. I hung out with Jerry Garcia's daughter. Took up says, oh my God, stop. Carlos Santana. Yep. Next time we have a phone call, I'll tell you the Carlos Santana story. It's actually kind of funny. This also says my comment was abandoned. Which comment? Did I miss it? Is it my fault? I apologize. Nice to see you, Danny. Hey, Jace. Wow, beautiful out.
Just a lonely tree on its own. Greetings, everybody. Happy Friday. Hope you're all well.
Happy Friday to you, my friend.
We have that amazing weather as well, as you can see. It's yeah, it's pretty glorious. I'm out stretching the legs with Madam, making sure she gets her exercise. And I should be doing a little session with Dan shortly.
Oh, nice. What time are you going to go live?
Okay, actually, I'm another way. Probably in about half an hour, 40 minutes time. Yes, Dan, there he is. How crazy is that? Just saying, going live with Dan in a little while, as soon as I've taken her back. And he appears. Hello, Mark. Hope you well. Mumsy! Shirley! Happy Friday, everybody.
Happy Friday to you.
Obviously,
What's your plans for the weekend?
So, I'm hoping to get this little one back on the beach at some point. I'm not sure if I'm going to go, maybe Wales. It's quite close. If not, it'll be a case of going up to Blackpool.
Hey, speaking of Wales, Gravity Core Fitness just popped in. It's Big Al, Jace Yogi. Nice to see you, Mark. If you went to Wales, would you try to stop in and say hi?
Let me just turn this around. There we go. Sorry, I'm having to squint. Didn't bring my glasses.
You
but yeah,
looking all tan.
It's Flex Friday. So I walked in. This is my attire for going out. I do have shorts on.
Do you see how Jace translates the look at you looking all tan, and he translated it into sure, I'll show you my abs.
What do you mean? It's not Flex Friday.
It's always Flex Friday.
I've been asked to do the Flex Friday video, and I was like, oh, really? Do I have to? I'm like not as big as some of the others, and they're all getting bigger, which is good to see. Everybody's making progress.
You're bigger
Anna,
than you were even a few months ago, even a few weeks ago.
I know my beard's growing back. That's why. Didn't take too long.
You ever think you might be bigger if your beard wasn't stealing all of the nutrients that you're taking in?
Possibly, because it's the only place that I have hair. So it's a good point. That is a valid point. What's she like? Come on. Sit.
Bye, Maddie.
Feet. Come on. Find you a stick. You ready? Leave. On in. Ever so easy to exercise these things. Grab a stick, throw it. Yeah, he's a good girl. Here. Stop. Yes. Yeah.
Sissy said the beard is stealing all the glory.
Leave. You can have one more throw, and then I'm going to love and leave the. Yeah, the beard's. She doesn't want to let go of this one. Leave it. Leave. Spin. Speak. Such an easy dog to please.
So you were talking to Xena, not me, right? When you said spin and speak.
No. I was hoping. I know you're on the swivel chair, so I was hoping the feet were going to go up and you're going to wee.
Next time, I'll try that for this evening.
Right then, just before I go, 3 minutes 59. I think that leaves about a minute. It's been a little while. Hiya, Cat and Jack. Hope you well.
Hey, Cat.
Nearly the weekend. Danny, can we take a little throwback?
Sure.
Do you remember that little song?
Probably not.
Obviously, they've been talking about Yogi, Yogi, Yogi Bear, Yogi Bear, Yogi Bear, Yogi, Yogi, Yogi Bear, Yogi, Yogi Blue. It's been a little while, that has.
It has been a little while.
Karen, hiya. Right, I need to get the dog back home and get set up for Dan.
Have you watched a short of Karen?
Not yet. I need to catch up on some viewing time. Obviously, I've been so
She's
busy during the week.
speaking a different language. I don't understand what she's saying, but her smile lights up the entire internet. It's an
I will
incredible
definitely
smile.
go and check that out. I'll do that for sure. Squirrel, yeah, baby. Missed that number. Go on, just one last time. I know it's just gone 5 minutes, but mushy, 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 pee, mushy, pee, mushy, pee, mushy, 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 pee, mushy, mushy, moo. Much love. Speak to you in a little while.
Much love to you, my friend. Thank you, Jace.
Ciao.
Our friend Jace. Glad you're having a good work day, Kat. I was typing that, and then I figured, you know what? I can actually say it. I don't have to type it. Karen says, "Hi, Danny. How are you?" It's a good question, Danny. How are you doing? Man, and poor man, you guys are putting in some serious core work, getting beach ready. Zipper says, "Love you, Karen." We're going to talk for about 15 more minutes. For those who I don't think I missed anyone. I tried to, if you came in and I was talking, I did my best to type out a greeting. Shirley says, "I hope you have your sunglasses with you." Big Al was up above threatening to flex for everyone. He wasn't sure if there's enough self-control in the chat to contain their enthusiasm if you flex. I think we can take our chances, guys. Poor man says, "Yeah, Jace has lots of ideas. I like the way he thinks." Yeah, he's very innovative, as are you, Dan, for sure. I mean, your homemade equipment is genius. Anna says, "I'm good. Thank you, Karen. Thank you for asking. How are you?" I'm glad to hear you're doing good, Dan, Anna. Toy Pup says, "Flex, flex." You hear that, Big Al? Everyone's waiting. Danny says, "Am I good? Thanks for asking, Karen." Glad to hear that, Danny. Toy Pup says, "Please flex." What are you going to do, Big Al? You're being called out. You can come back on this evening. Gives you a couple hours to get pumped up. Wow, Dan says, "I made a punching bag on a tree yesterday." Yogi, was that in? Do you got that online on a video? Man, I'd love to see that. That's like Shaolin monk training, Dan. Gravity says, "Come on, I'll flex it, dude." Hey, if you guys want to see some serious flexing, Gravity Core Fitness, former and maybe future Mr. Wales. I know he's retired, but everyone's got one more competition left in him. I think we could talk Mark, Gravity Core Fitness, into stepping on stage one more time. I trained fairly seriously for bodybuilding twice in my life. One in my teen years. I actually filled out the application for Teenage Mr. Annapolis, Teenage Mr. Baltimore. Never competed. I'll be honest, I chickened out. Posing trunks, the performance aspect of it. I love the performance aspect of it, but I was way too shy to even. I don't know what I was thinking, but I love training for it. I even like dieting for it. Mark says, "I am thinking about it. Would be master now over 50. Maybe one day I'll do a Grandmasters." Jace says, "Do it, Mark. I'm gonna have a go." Are you seriously, Jace? You thinking about stepping on stage? Are you going to what would you do different training wise? Now nowadays they have different they actually have men's fitness divisions. And it says, thank you, Danny. I hope the same for you. So if Willow comes in the next 10 minutes or so, she wanted to do some breath work. And I'd love to do some breath work with Soul Stars. And we would do some type of probably the 478 and then slide right into a Ho'oponopono meditation. If you guys heard me talk about Ho'oponopono, she says, yes, a lot of strict diet and focused work. Gravity says, it's a phenomenal experience, Jace. Go first, Beachbody category. Hey, Mark, do you think you could compete Beachbody category doing nothing but body weight stuff? Ho'oponopono is Hawaiian, shamanistic, the art of reconciliation and forgiveness without having to physically or verbally connect with anyone. All done in the mind. Do you know why? All there is mind. Here comes trouble, guys. Sissy said, I'm thinking about learning how to sing some of my songs. We'll take practice, practice, practice. I love practicing. Man, I love your voice. I love how you sounded like jazz when you were talking. How about doing that? Thank you, Soul Stars. What's up, Big Al? You got your shirt off?
Good afternoon. I was genuinely thinking about it, and I chickened out as the camera started loading.
Well, if
because I realized before you accepted me into the stream that I could move into a place where my face wouldn't be on camera. But I chickened out at the last minute. I picked my phone back up.
It's not too late. Here's
the
choice.
It is. I'll have to wait till another time now.
Here's the choice. The Flex or the Yogi Bear.
Well, I think I know which one of them two I'm going to pick. Definitely going to be the Yogi Bear impression.
I thought that might be.
Well, I'm going to turn my microphone off for a second while I practice, and then I'll turn it back on and I'll do my Yogi Bear.
Sure, you got it.
Because I can't just go for it. I have to picture what his voice sounds like, and then I have to practice it like maybe 2 or 3 times, and then I will come back and I will do my Yogi Bear.
Oh yeah, you got to warm up.
My camera will stay on. I'll just turn the microphone off for a minute.
You got it. Hey, Dan. Tom Waits, another great poetic voice. Leonard Cohen as well. Some might say Dylan. He says, Mark, understand that getting muscle control is hard. Practice in the posing. Yep. More practice posing. That's what he just said. The hardest part, in my opinion, Jace. It also hardens the muscle, gives it a certain polish. Even if you're not interested in competing, I think training muscle control is a worthwhile endeavor. It worked for Eugene Sandow, one of the original bodybuilders. Worked for Charles Atlas. Do you guys remember Charles Atlas? Dynamic tension. You could send away for the course back of a comic book. I'm showing my age, guys. Mark says, especially Jace, as your body would be minimal energy, all muscles depleted. It's hard just flexing body cramps. Solstar says, oh yes, love me some Leonard Cohen. Me too. Speaking of which, I just got this used. A Broken Hallelujah, Rock and Roll Redemption, and a Life of Leonard Cohen. Next live stream, I will talk at length about Leonard Cohen. His 25 years studying Zen until he left it aside. You back?
I am back. I'm very nervous actually. I'm practicing it and practicing it, and the more I practice, the less it sounds like Yogi Bear.
Hey, you know what you could do? You could flex as you did your Yogi Bear. This is what Yogi Bear would look like and sound like if he was in really good shape.
No, I'm okay. I'll just do Yogi Bear.
Okay.
Right. Once more, I'm gonna just turn my microphone off, literally for like 5 seconds, while I say something else in Yogi's voice, and then I'll come back and I will do it.
Okay.
I think I've got it. It's gonna have to do, because the more I say it, the less it sounds like Yogi. Hello, Mr. Ranger, sir. Come on, boo boo. We got steel picnic baskets. See, the more I say it, the less it sounds like him. But when I first started it, I did it more than
Right.
3 times, and now I can't do it.
I'm gonna give you a B plus.
Thank you.
The enthusiasm was there. I think you were just nervous. I bet
Yeah,
you.
I am. I'm really nervous. Yeah, I honestly, I normally do it, and my brothers and my parents have always said that it's pretty good. But the more just then I was doing it, the less it started to sound like him, because I was worrying. I knew that obviously I had to turn the microphone back on and go for it.
Let's give it one more time. Shake it off. Literally, give your arms a shake. Take a deep breath. Let it go, and just nail it right off the bat.
Come on, boo boo. All right, I don't know if that's it. I don't know if that's the voice now. Come on, boo boo. Hello, Mr. Ranger, sir. Come on, boo boo. We got steel picnic baskets.
Dan says a bit deeper voice for Yogi Bear.
Is it deeper? Right,
I think it's
okay.
deeper.
Give me a minute. Come on, boo boo. We got steel picnic baskets.
I like that one. I like that one. That
Hello,
one was good.
Mr. Ranger, sir.
Toy Pup says it's exactly like Yogi Bear.
Well, thank you.
Jason's gonna be right
I'm trying
back.
to think of something else that Yogi said. No, I
Smarter
can't
than-
think of anything else that Yogi said.
Smarter than the average bear.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Right. No, I can't do it.
You know what you need? You need. Well, as back says Big Al. You just need. I think you should come back on this evening, and just listen to a YouTube clip of Yogi
Yeah.
Bear, and then I bet you come up and you nail it.
Yeah.
Sissy says, "How about Bullwinkle and Rocky?" Do we?
I've not seen that since I was like 10.
Any other impersonations?
Not really. Sometimes I'm good at accents, and I say sometimes because it's usually after a drink.
Right. Can you do an American
And I've not
accent?
drank for a few years. American accent. Yeah, no, you've put me on the spot there. You said American, and the majority of the chat is American, so I'm going to offend a lot of people.
That's okay.
Right. Right, give me a sec. I'm not sure I want to do the American accent.
No one would hold it. No one would take it personally.
Welcome to Scotland, laddie, where we wear kilts and eat haggis.
That didn't sound American at all.
That was Scottish.
Toy Pup says accents are funny, or fun. Accents are fun.
Welcome to Australia, mate. We got kangaroos, we got wallabies, we got crocodiles. A lot of things will kill you, unfortunately, but welcome to Australia.
That was good. That was really good. Hey, Maddie missed your Yogi impersonation, your Yogi Bear impersonation. And he's
Well,
pretty
he'll have
upset.
to come back later because I'm not doing it again.
But Mark says, flex it, Big Al. That's not going to go away. You got to be careful leaving. And I know it was like an innocent comment that you made, being funny in the live stream, and now it's going to haunt you forever.
I am flexing it. I'm flexing my accents and my
That's
Yogi
true.
impression.
There you go. Have you heard Jamie Brown do this Yogi impersonation?
I have not.
He's got the mannerisms down. I think Jace has the voice down. Jace does a pretty good impersonation of me. He's got the voice down.
Right.
Jamie's got the mannerisms down.
Yeah.
Especially Jamie's like, he'll start saying something and he'll pause. And he'll go, oatmeal. And then he'll
Yeah.
pause again. Meditation. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Toy Pup says, flex the accent, capital letters. There's more than one way to flex.
Yeah, exactly.
Although
Top of the
Gravity Core,
morning to you.
Irish.
Yeah.
Gravity says he's waiting for the flex. You can't have Mr. Wells in the audience and say I'm going to flex and then not expect him to want you to flex.
The thing that no, that's just not going to happen. You can beg and beg and beg, but that is just not going to happen. I'm too afraid to show my face at the minute, so I'm definitely not showing my body.
It is Flex Friday, by the way, and a lot of people in the burpee community are doing their flexing. They do flex videos. If you look at Leo Said So, Burpees and Chill, he was 300 plus pounds at one time. Go check out his Flex Friday video. Incredible. Gotten in incredible shape.
Well, I can flex. I cycled 20 miles earlier as a round trip.
Nice. Well done. Yeah, I had mentioned.
And I bet if I turned my tracker on it, it'd look really strange. It'd look like a scribble because I cycled to one place. Well, I cycled to the next town, which was 8 miles there, 8 miles back. So that was 16 miles. And then I went past mine and I went to a shop. I cycled back and then realized I'd forgot buns. So I did my burgers and had to go back out again.
Oh, well, yeah, you had to.
So yeah, it was a 20-mile because I worked out what the other distance was from sort of mine to the shop and back again, and the bit in the middle because it's too obviously from one city to the next. So I don't think it was very accurate. So I added all the little bits on, and it was like 19.8 something miles. So it's almost 20 miles. Not quite, but nearly.
It's a good day's worth of riding.
I could have just gone around the block a few times and added a few more meters on.
Yeah. It's a shame you didn't have a basket, by the way. Just saying.
There's no response to it. I'm. You know what? The likelihood is like probably I'd end up getting a basket over flexing at this point, and then I could flex my flower basket.
There you go. That would be, in my opinion, that would be the ultimate flex.
We'll see what happens because at the minute I'm buying serious stuff with my money.
Right.
Just buying like my bike doesn't have a stand on it, a kickstand. So I've looked on eBay and you can get them. I mean, I don't know how much it is in American money, but you can get them for like nearly £8 over here. They're like £7.89 or something on eBay.
Nice. Toy Pups is asking Reaper to come up and do some flexing.
That's fine. I will jump off.
I don't know if he would though. If you want to go check out his flexing, and Reaper's in good shape now. In another month, he's going to be in awesome shape. Every year, he gets, I don't know if you're familiar with the Burpee Reaper too much. Every year he stops working out. This is his last year that he did it. And he gets in, gains a lot of weight. He gets fat. He eats a lot of junk. And then he gets serious and he gets shredded before the end of the year. Usually about this time, he starts getting really shredded. Amazing to watch.
I flex my drink. Cream soda Pepsi. Anyone flex that? That's nice. 0 sugar as well, so it's healthy-ish.
There you go. That's a serious flex.
And I just realised I shook it up, so I can't open it.
Yeah, you got to wait now a little bit. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Our friend Willa says she has some sad news. What's the sad news, Willa? I'm sorry. That's who should come up and flex sometime. MK Fitness. He's in serious shape.
Yep, I will jump back into the chat now, Yogi, so you can continue and do the breath work for Willow.
Okay, well, thank you.
No worries, and appreciate being up here. Thank you.
Yep. Take care, Big Al. Reaper says, much love, Yogi. Much love to you, Reaper. Reaper is old school burpee fitness, guys. Kat says it would show off your great sense of humor, and he does have a great sense of humor. Big Al says Cat and Jack. Reaper says to Toy Pups to go check out his video. He's doing some Flex Friday on his live stream. Zepper says, Reaper, how much Fest on this morning? I'm going to guess 40 pounds. Anna says, hi to MK. Gravity. Mark, were you subscribed to Reaper before? He is in great shape. He's just going to get even better shape. If you check out his video from last year, he was, and as he said, that was probably the best. I've watched him do this for, what, 4 years, maybe 5 years, last year, and he came back from a serious, actually life-threatening injuries last year. Big shout out. I could spend an entire episode giving a shout out to the Burpee Reaper. Flex Friday, my friend.
Hi.
All
Not
right.
gonna flex now. I just wanted to, well, come on real quick because Willow said she's had some bad news, so I thought I was gonna tell with actually showing my face that we're here for you, Willow, and yeah, whatever it is, you don't have to be alone right now. At least not completely alone.
Thank you, MK. I much appreciate that. I've mentioned before how much I appreciate just you opening up and making yourself available. Every single person in the chat, whenever there is anything going on, you open up to them very sincerely and very personally, because you've been through it and you've come out the other end.
Yeah. And hi there, Danny and Chase and Maddie and Gravity Core Fitness and everyone I missed.
We'll type in here.
Sure.
So Willow had asked to do some breath work earlier. So if she is still up,
Right.
probably close down the afternoon live stream in a little bit with some breath work and maybe some Ho'oponopono if she wants.
Love you too, Kat. Yeah.
So
I wouldn't mind staying on for the breath work either, if you don't mind.
I don't mind at all. Let's see.
Well, are you still there, Philip?
Kat says, I'm really proud to say that guy MK is my friend. I love you, MK.
Oh, thank you. Just some beer. Nothing strange going on.
Right. Toy Pup says MK. Neil, thank you so much, my friend. Greetings, my friend. Hope everything is going well. Got a blessing from Leo Sitso. Oh, Chill Gaming. I'm sorry. I saw
Yeah.
Chill and Chill Gaming, my friend. Thank you. I have not seen you for a bit. Chill Gaming is one of the best gaming channels out there. He's turned gaming channels into an art form. Absolutely amazing to watch and hang out with him.
Shirley is saying I'm donating some of my hair to you and her. Oh, I do need a haircut at some point, like at least to get it into shape again. Like,
And you do have
this
enough
would be the
for both
yeah,
Jason
I
and
probably do. Well, I still would want to have at least this much left.
back in the day, my
This
hair
for you,
was
Yogi, and this for Shirley.
Maddie needs a bit too. Maddie says I'm desperately in need of some of his hair.
Well, it will grow back. I can do it again.
Chill Gamer says I need hair too.
Maybe
a lot
Kat
of
can
us-
donate some too. She has a lot. Well,
Cat does have a lot of hair. Back in the day, I was known for my hair, and then I was known as the guy with a little less hair, and then I was known as the guy with no hair.
Oops.
And Maddie says no one always go back. Yep, tell me about it, Maddie.
Damn soul stars. That really is a lot. Or we're still talking about the hair on your head, right?
I hope so.
I mean, I have hair on my knees too, but
There you go. And you know what? We have to ask the question: how high up are the knees? Maybe you have really high knees that come up to like chin level.
I mean, I could touch my hair on my knees easily, even standing up, but not standing up straight. Maybe I could do it without my back rounding. I probably could actually, but I would still be bending over.
I think Chill Gaming is already. He should already be a mod. Yeah, he should have been a mod from like a long time ago. Let's see. So, yeah, I don't see anything more from Willow.
Yeah, me neither.
Maybe she'll reach out with an email, or I can always send her an email.
Yeah.
See what's going on.
She also did say she wanted to go live again, but of course, if something came up, I don't know if
Right.
she will.
Let's
Well,
see.
it's-
Toy Pup says epic and iconic. We get some Jacob left from Jacob. Thank you, Jacob. Shirley says, where's Willow? She was here
Thanks.
just a bit earlier. And said she had some
Yeah.
sad news, and then we haven't seen her since. Maddie says, is that a Finnish accent?
My dad calls me Marlon by my name.
Right.
Or, yeah, you pretty much always. Then there's another nickname, but for that to make sense, would have to tell my last name, and I don't know if I want to do that.
Okay, understood. Never really a bad idea to respect your privacy, you know?
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna wrap things up. I'll reach out to
Okay.
Willow. If
Or could we maybe still do some quick breath work?
we can do some breath work, let's combine it with Ho'oponopono. This is for Soul Stars Sissy. if you are unfamiliar with Ho'oponopono, it's the Hawaiian shamanistic art of forgiveness and reconciliation. And it is done on the level of consciousness, not on the level of form, not on the level of the body. Meaning that we recognize there is just consciousness. There's just one mind. So with just being, oh, nope, he's not finished. Manny wants to know if you're finished.
Finished with what?
As
Oh,
in,
Finnish. No,
yes.
I'm actually from Germany.
Um,
But people thought I was from Norway before too.
I think I might have thought that at one
Most of
time.
the time. Yeah, I think it is. To be fair, the Western Germanic accents are probably all pretty similar.
Right. So with the Ho'oponopono, we recognize that there is just one mind. We could say it's the mind of God, and that we are all thoughts within the mind of God. So on that level, there is instantaneous communication. We don't need to vocalize. And we recognize that when we say, I'm sorry, what we're saying is that I recognize that within this one mind of God, if anything appears to be out of sorts, anything appears to be separate, or anything that might not be in alignment, if I recognize it, I'm accepting full responsibility, because if it occurs in consciousness, it's occurring within my mind. So I'm sorry. Please forgive me means I recognize that there's just one consciousness and that something feels out of line, and I wish to bring it back into alignment. Thank you for this recognition, and I love you seals the deal. So those are the 4 phrases that we work with. So what we're going to do is 4x4 breathing with a slight pause in between. We're going to breathe in through the nose for count of 4 using that ujjayi breath. That's that ha.
Yes.
So it'll
4
sound like,
seconds in, 4 seconds out is what was me taught originally to just get more balanced.
right. And there's that pause between breath. It's a naturally occurring pause. We don't need to count it. We just notice it. And then we go to the exhale. And then there's another pause. And we continue with the
Okay,
inhalation.
Merlin is gonna set his phone down. Shirley said she's just gonna call me Merlin instead of Marlon.
Well, I consider you pretty magical, so that fits. Shirley says 4x4.
I'm not sure I agree, but thank you.
So remember the ha breath. It's called ujjayi breath, which also means
Through the mouth or through the nose?
always through the nose. And it is done by as if you're fogging up a bathroom mirror. So pretend this is a mirror, and I'm going to do it with my mouth open
Okay,
so
I
you
would
get the
always
sound.
do that through the mouth, but
Yes, that's how we're going to that's how we're going to demonstrate. So this is the mirror. This is the sound. Now I'm going to do the same thing with my mouth closed, like a gentle snore. Now I want to do the same thing as I breathe in. That's it. And it's very gentle. No one needs to hear it but you. Thank you for that demonstration. Perfect. That's what we want it to sound like, guys. This tones the vagal nerve. It's instantly soothing. Another name for this breath is the ocean's breath, because we are literally breathing the sound of the ocean, and it relaxes us.
And should I try to make the same noise breathing in or only breathing out?
Breathing in and breathing out. So the sound will be. Exactly. Now here's something vital about this breath. It helps us extend the breath. Hey, Jennifer's. So if we were to try to breathe in for a count of 4, there's a tendency to see how fast I can count to 4 as I breathe in.
Yeah.
But if I use that ujjayi breath, that ocean's breath, I'm extending the breath softly, and I'm releasing the breath. So we're gonna yes. It also says sounds like breathing through a snorkel, or like Darth Vader.
Yeah.
So we can think of it as the Darth Vader breath.
Yeah, let's hope Vader isn't breathing like that.
So MK, if you could do me a favor, if you could close your eyes. Excellent. Bring your gentle awareness to your nose. Everyone in the chat, the same, anyone who wants to participate in the breath work, bring your attention to the nose and breathe in and just notice the breath touching the tip of the nostrils, rising up easily. Notice that very brief pause between breaths, just sacred pause, and just notice it. And then exhale and notice the air passing again through the nostrils, wherever you feel it in the nose. Just keep breathing gentle, easily. Every breath, your arms, your belly, your legs soften and get heavier. Sinking into that deep sense of relaxation. Breathing in, breathing out. And very easily introduce that ocean's breath. Very softly, just loud enough for you to hear it. You're breathing in with that ha. Notice the pause. Sacred point of silence between breaths. Exhale through the nose. Notice that ha sound. Breathing in, breathing in. Get lost in the sound of the ocean. It's the sound of consciousness. Your body's responding to it. Your body is of the ocean. Ancient. An ancient breath. The blood is literally the same composition as salt water. Ocean is a beautiful metaphor for consciousness itself. We are waves cresting on the in-breath, ebbing with the out-breath. Sound of the ocean with every breath we take. We're going to breathe in for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale for 2, 3, 4. In for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4. In for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4. In for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4. In for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4. In for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4. In 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4. In for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale with that ha breath for 2, 3, 4. In for 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Last breath for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Let the breath go completely. Allow yourself to be breathed. No effort on your part. The breath arrives from the universal cosmic source. Every breath a gift of love. And we surrender the breath back, knowing that it's endlessly recycled. We're going to introduce 4 phrases that we say to ourselves. Whatever it is in our life that seems not in alignment, whoever we want to reconcile with, whatever needs forgiveness on the deepest level, this is a forgiveness that has nothing to do with bestowing, everything to do with recognizing there's only holiness, and past the level of form where something might have happened, there is that holiness that's waiting to be recognized. As we're breathing nice and gently, surrendered breath, we say, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry for whatever it is I've recognized that's out of alignment. Please forgive me because I know that by accepting myself and offering love, I bring everything back into alignment. Please forgive me. Thank you. That it's so. I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Thank you. I love you. Say that to yourself gently. And when you're ready, open your eyes. And I will see you in the chat. Namaste, my friends. Hello, Song of Hand.
Hey, Coffee.
Hello,
And
Coffee.
Song of Hand.
Jennifer.
And
Hey,
hey,
Jennifer.
Jennifer.
Speaking of moderators, Jennifer should be a mod. I don't know why she isn't. Anna says, thank you so much. You're welcome, Anna. So I'm going to end the live stream on that note.
Yeah.
That little bit of peacefulness, because anything we say afterwards, I don't know if it needs to be said, except for, I love you guys. MK, I love you, my friend. Thank you.
Even though if this is just supposed to be a woman bending over originally.
Mine never looks like it's supposed to look. I think, as I mentioned yesterday, mine looks more like a spleen.
I can never really get it right either, I think.
Possibly a liver.
Look at it, that's not really the heart shape either.
That one, that looks pretty good. Bye, Maddie.
The other way. If I was more flexible, maybe turning the hands the other way around, it would work better. Doesn't matter.
Jace can do it. Jace does it pretty well. Okay, that's not too bad. Thank you so much, Jacob.
Love to y'all. Yeah. See you later.
Yep. Take care. Love you guys.
See you later, crocodile. I'll see you later, alligator.
Yep. After a while, crocodile. All right. Thanks, guys. Take care. Thank you for the coffee, Danny.
Thanks for the coffee.